one of the issues here, there's a legal calendar we could talk about. There is a political calendar. And the election, whatever it is, 14, 15 months away. I know you know the dates by heart, and the days, you probably have a little countdown on your calendar there. But they're going to run right into each other. And it's quite relevant as to how this might turn out.
Look, it is. And that's the thing. And what's interesting is, you know, those that are paying the closest attention to this are not necessarily, you know all of this. But I think there's a lot of voters out there that aren't fully paying attention. And when the actual trials start sometime in the spring of 24, which is if any of them start that early, I'm a cynic. I assume somehow lawyers always find a way to delay. But let's assume they all. Then there is going to be this sort of a primary one day, a court appearance another, and a primary another day. Maybe he's wrapping up the nomination, and then there's a court appearance. Maybe it's for a motion, maybe it's for something else. And then that's when I think it's going to have a political impact. And I think a lot of elected Republicans then are going to have that panic attack, going, oh, my God, what has the party done? And it'll be too late. And I think that what's interesting here is when you think about it, before the Iowa caucuses, it's unlikely there's really going to be any more new information that might have an impact on voters that comes out. But say come May, June, or July, you know, maybe you see Mark Meadows testify against the former president, right? And all of that could have an impact. But the political calendar, it may be too late to change things. Hey, I want to throw two topics for your group to discuss. Number one, Savannah. I think this is the trial of the century, most important trial perhaps in American history. Are we really not going to have a live audio? All right, I can understand live television. We're not going to have live audio. The Supreme Court has made exceptions when the cases are of a high importance to the public. And considering the world of misinformation, I think everybody would want to see this in real time. And then the second thing is we shouldn't even be here. This should have been done with the impeachment trial, but Mitch McConnell decided that this was the better place. The founders knew what the right venue was. Mitch McConnell decided otherwise, and here we are.
Okay, Chuck, assignment accepted. What should we do first? I think maybe we should clarify the second question. I think what Chuck is saying. Yes, okay, good. I think what Chuck is introducing for all of us to consider is that the founders and the Constitution contemplated impeachment as the remedy for a president who did wrong, not a criminal trial. There was an impeachment proceeding. Chuck is saying that Mitch McConnell and the Republicans did not convict in the Senate when they had the chance. Hence, now we're left to this other branch, the judiciary. And do our political team here want to weigh in on that?
I'll make a point and toss it to Kristen here, which is that, and at that time, Savannah, just to remind people of the context, you heard Republican senators say, actually, the proper venue is not in Congress, it is in a court of law. Mm-hmm. Well, look where we are now. Look what's happening at this point, right? Just to show how that needle, that thread gets sort of pulled through the needle here.
Absolutely. And Mitch McConnell said that, by the way, as well. I've been talking to top Republicans who have expressed frustration with the timeline of all of this. They make that same point. If we had dealt with this at the time, we wouldn't be here now because they want to hold on to the House. They want to win back the Senate. And yet, what are they doing? They're having to answer questions about former President Trump and about January 6th, not what they want to be talking about. And they wish that the legal proceedings had gone more quickly. And based on your interview with Trump's attorney on the Today Show, it seems like the strategy there is to potentially run out the clock, Savannah, because there is a scenario where he could be potentially convicted and also elected president.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.